Welcome to Walking Through Glass, the podcast, with your host, Dr. Dina C. Brown. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a great Thursday morning, and I am so excited to just be on the line with you. I'm going to go ahead and buckle my seatbelt, click, and put the car in reverse because you are taking a ride with me this morning. Yeah, so Walking Through Glass, the podcast. It is Thursday. It is time for your daily dose of vitamin Dr. D. And I will tell you that this daily dosage is just powerful. It will actually put the pep in your step and give you that little bit of extra sunshine that you need in your life. So I thank you at the top of the show for just listening. I thank you for sharing. I thank you, and I'm so appreciate when you comment. And if you can do me a solid on whatever platform that you listen on, especially iTunes, if you would be so kind and actually leave a review. I mean, that's what actually helps build the listenership and allows me to spread the message to those that really need the message, because you know how those analytics work, right? And those algorithms work. Is that when you are listening and you're commenting and you're sharing, then it actually creates this momentum, and then others actually get to tune in. So this week we are talking about relationships, right? And not just any relationship, the relationships that we have with ourselves, right? I decided to go on that thread because I realized that so many of us, myself included, beat ourselves up so much. And when we really truly need to be there for ourselves, we are so busy showing up for others. And when we do that, it actually takes a toll on us. It takes a huge toll. And in this season of my life, as I'm stretching and pulling, what I call breaking free from the chrysalis, I realize that, you know what, I need to spend a little bit more time with me. I need to do a little bit more work on me and in me and do the inner work so that the outer exterior is truly and honestly what is representative of who I know myself to be. Because I will be truthful and honest that I know that I've been showing up as a bastardized version of myself. I've been doing just enough to just kind of hold on and make it through, as opposed to really thriving. And I had to ask myself some hard questions. What's the problem, girl? What's going on with you? And I ask myself that periodically throughout the week. You know, what's going on with you? Because I noticed that I'm a little bit more irritable. I noticed that I'm not feeling well. I noticed that I have extreme bouts of fatigue. I realize that I'm having this extreme craving for alcohol and wine, and my favorite drink actually is now mimosas. And so I have to say, well, what's going on where you feel like that's your go-to? And I have to ask myself, honestly, are you in a committed relationship with you, which we talked about earlier? Are you loving yourself first? Are you giving to you? And so here's the exciting part. I would have to say, yes, I've been on this journey for a minute, and I've gotten better at loving myself on purpose with purpose, right? But here's the thing. I have been so hard on myself that I haven't really been giving myself grace. So today I want to talk about the grace that we deserve in our life. And that grace starts with us giving it to ourselves. and allowing ourselves to make some mistakes, not have all the answers, not get it right, not feel like it, not want to go. And especially when we can't even put our finger on the why. We just know in our gut, in that sixth and seventh sense, that many women have been blessed with. We just know in that space that we've had, that feeling that, I really don't know if I really want this. I don't really know why. I don't feel like it. But guess what? We listen to these online cyber bullies and gurus who say that if that's how we feel, that there's something wrong with us. And I'm here to tell you, honey, it's nothing wrong with you. That's just life. That's like life in the moment. Now, although I am not advocating that you go into deep and dark depressions and sit and isolate yourself from everybody. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that give yourself grace. So when those moments hit you and you're feeling like that and you're feeling like I just don't want to right now, today, at this moment, that it's okay. Now, if you feel that that's a growing trend, if you feel like, wow, this is like happening more and more and more and more, then maybe there's something else. There's something else underlying that. And you may want to seek some support and some help, if you seem to be stuck in it. But here's what I do. I love to share like some of my favorite tips of what I do when I'm in my funk. And I will tell you that this morning I am battling some sort of summer cootie that I brought back from New Orleans. And I had all these plans and all these visions and all these to-dos of things I was getting ready to jump right into and jump right on and coming back. But I am barely just getting through the day. I'm hot, and either A, I'm having hot flashes, or B, my body is fighting off something in some sort of infection because I can feel it. But here's what's important about the biology of our belief systems and how our body reacts to stress and trauma and what our mind is thinking, is that I'm also at a juxtaposition. And so my mind is pressed. And although I meditate and I pray about it and I'm reading my devotional and I'm all of the signs and wonders keep saying, God's like, why are you even, stressing about this? Why are you even, I said, I got this. And if you could just be quiet, I've already mapped it out for you. But the fact that I want to know what it is and I want to know how it's going to show up, and then I've become anxious, guess what? That's had an impact on my body. And so I can tell that the reason why my immune system is impacted and why I've kind of, like I said, I've got the little cootie thing going on, is that it's not just because I picked up somebody's germs. It's because I've created a toxic mindset of anxiety and worry and frustration. And when you do that, then you don't allow your body time to heal and rest. And even when you're in a state of rest, you're not resting. So what do? Because again, everything that we do, however we show up, is all a product of our situations and circumstances and how we have chosen to process them. So I said, okay, do you like feeling sick? Do you like feeling ill? Maybe you didn't hit the financial goals business-wise, professionally. Maybe you didn't make the connections that you thought you were going to make. Maybe, this kind of fell through. You got too many no's and not enough yeses when you sent off those different proposals. And so you're beating yourself up. And so I decided today to offer myself something different to eat on the menu. I decided to serve myself up some grace. Okay? Serve myself up some grace. And that when I get home, although I had that one thing I wanted to work on, I want to work in cleaning out my office because I'm starting recording some videos. I have a new course that I am dropping and a new intensive study on As a Man Thinketh that is going live soon. And so I'm prepping all of that kind of stuff. And in getting that stuff ready, I'm like, I need to have my workspace, that it's not really work off my laptop type of thing. It's really work on my desktop and in my office and in my studio that I built, which I'm rarely in, because I have it cluttered with stuff and projects that I was going to do. So I kept saying, okay, when I get home, I'm going to work in there. And then when I got home, I was literally just whomped. And so then I start beating myself up, okay, see, you're still not making your goals. You're still not doing. And then how about you just don't feel that great? And it's okay to just sit down and, just breathe. Sit down and breathe through that one nostril that's still allowing, air to pass through. And that's when I realized that I haven't been giving myself a break. I'm not talking about an excuse. I'm talking about a break. I'm talking about giving myself grace to understand that I'm in the midst of some things. I'm in the midst of some mental, physical, spiritual warfare things, that I have a lot going on in my life, and I have a lot that is building for my life, and I have a lot of major things on the horizon. And when you're at the cusp of really manifesting those things is when the trials and tribulations and the struggle truly begins. It's when you're at that break-free point, that breakout point, is when it's a true testament, okay? A true testament of your grit, okay? I'm not talking about your grind, I'm talking about your grit to keep and stay the course. And so in my prayer time, in my meditation time, and in my daily devotional, God keeps whispering, just be still and be quiet. What I have for you is of such a magnitude that it's going to blow your mind. You don't have need to worry. I've never let you down, and I've never let you go without. And I've never let you just be crushed. And I was like, okay. And I was like, it's not so much about me. It's about being a mom. It's about being Xavier's mom and being his senior year. And it's about all these things that he's going to need and that I need to do. And God just whispered in my ear. He said, Xavier's my child too. I'm his father too. And with that, I decided to just breathe. Give myself some grace. Give myself some time to process, because I'm trying to do 8 things at once, and so I don't have clarity about any one thing. And everything's fragmented. And so I don't want to be fragmented. I don't want to feel fragmented. I don't want to be in this state, in this position that I don't quite understand or get, because I'm ignoring what's whispered into my spirit in my quiet times. So here's how, right? It's really about the how. When we have our daily doses of vitamin Dr. D, it's really about the how, right? Is that I say this to myself. And now when saying this to myself doesn't work, then I just set the timer. And I say, you're going to sit for 5 minutes. And for those 5 minutes, you're just going to repeat, I got this. I got this. I got this. So here's what I say to myself. I've shared with you before. If you haven't listened to this week's earlier episodes, go catch them. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know who and how I am called to serve. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know who and how I am called to serve. And I've been repeating that like a mantra, because things will come against you and come at you, and people will offer you things. Not everything I'm saying is a bad offer, right? But it might not be in alignment to what your purpose is, and you have to be really cautious about those times as well. So when that's not really sitting, and I still find that I'm just pressed, and I'm just sad, and I'm just feeling so emotional. I feel like I'm on the cusp of an emotional breakdown, right? I just start saying, I got this. I got this. I got this. It's not about what I see. It's about what I know. It's not about what I see. It's about what I know. So that's my really quick tip on how to really process through when you are kind of stuck and you need to give yourself grace. And I hope that this daily dose of vitamin Dr. D gives you that little bit of oomph to help you get through your day. And if it does, remember to share. Walking Through Glass, the podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Music Play, Google Podcasts, and all the best platforms where you listen to your podcasts. And I truly appreciate you, because it really truly is not about what I see. It's everything about what I know. And for that, I deserve some grace. Have a great one. Bye-bye.